Hello, I want to go over removing brackets or expanding brackets or multiplying out brackets. It's all the same thing and it's part of the algebra topic that you're covering in maths. So what I want to do is I want to show you these brackets here, and when you're removing the brackets, what you're doing is you're multiplying the contents of the bracket by the coefficient of the bracket. The coefficient is the number or the term at the start. If, for example, if I just show you 5x, the coefficient of x would be 5. For the bracket here, the coefficient of this bracket would be 3. And what I'm doing is I'm multiplying out the bracket, the contents of the bracket, with the coefficient of the bracket. And this is how it would look. So first of all, I would do 3 times x, and that would give me 3x. Then I would do 3 times 2, and that would give me 6. And that's me finished. That's me completed. Now, if I'm doing this one here again, I'm going to do 5x times x, which would give me 5x squared. And then 5x times 2 gives me 10. And that would be me complete again. Now, you'll notice here that I'm putting in rainbows above as I multiply out the bracket. And my advice is that you also put in rainbows, because what that'll do is it means that you're less likely to make mistakes with double negatives, etc. So I would like you to put those in as well, because you're less likely to make mistakes. 9 times y is 9y. 9 times minus 4x, well, 9 times minus 4 is minus 36, and you've also got an x in there as well, so it's going to be minus 36x. 4u times 10u would be 40 u squared, and 4u times minus v would give you minus 4uv. Question number 5. You'll see here that I've got to work out the bracket first of all, and then I'll do something with this 7b later. So first of all, I'm going to multiply out the bracket. 7 times b gives me 7b. 7 times 2 gives me 14. It is a plus 7b. And I've also got the original 7b that I had at the start. So then when I'm tidying this up, I can see I'm going to add these together because the terms are like, they're the same terms. So that means it's going to be 14b plus 14. And that's my final answer. Having a look at question 6 here. 8 times x gives me 8x. 8 times 4 gives me 32. And I've also got another bracket here, and I need to multiply plus 3 by x. That's going to give me 3x, plus 3x. And plus 3 times minus 2 is going to give me minus 6. And this is when I can tidy it up. I can see here I've got 8x and 3x. That will give me 11x. And then I've got 32 take away 6 is going to give me 26. Question number 7 up here. We've got 6 times g, that's going to give me 6g. 6 times minus 2, that's going to give me minus 12. 3 times g is going to give me 3g. And 3 times minus 4 is going to give me minus 12. And at this point here, I then need to tidy it up again. So I can see I've got a plus 6g and I've got a plus 3g. That's going to give me 9g in total. And then I've got minus 12 and minus 12. And that's going to give me minus 24 in total. Question number 8 here. Some people get confused with this because of this minus 2. Now, the coefficient of the bracket is not just 2, it's minus 2. So I'm still going to have my original 9. Then I'm going to have minus 2 times y gives me minus 2y. Minus 2 times 4 is going to give me minus 8. And then I have to tidy it up. So I've got a positive 9 and a minus 8. And if I add up a positive 9 and a minus 8, that's going to give me 1. And then I've still got my minus 2y. That's my final answer. Question number 9. You'll see here I've got x minus and then the bracket. Now, some people get confused by this because they forget that there's an imaginary 1 in there. If I've got minus a bracket, I'm actually multiplying out the bracket by minus 1. So what I still have is I've still got my original x. I've got minus 1 times 30 gives me minus 30. And minus 1 times x gives me minus x. Now I can tidy it up. You can see I've got a positive x and a negative x. That just gives me 0. And my final answer is going to be minus 30. Question 10 then. So I've got 7 times 3x, and that's going to give me 21x. 7 times 4 is going to give me 28. Minus 4 times x is going to give me minus 4x. And minus 4 times 6 is going to give me minus 24. Now when I tidy that up, I've got positive 21x and a minus 4x, and that's going to give me 17x. This bit here, I've got 28 and I've got minus 24, and when I add them up, that's going to give me a plus 4. And that's my final answer. So, top tips are, when you are multiplying out the bracket, remember to put in the rainbows, and just be careful that you remember a positive times a positive is positive, a negative times a negative is positive, and if they're different, then it always is negative. So a positive times a minus is a minus, and a minus times a positive is also a minus. And if you remember that, that will help you out when you're multiplying out the brackets with positives and negatives.